Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. Call halal yom la Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the elect of the nation of Israel. I wanted to do a quick video regarding a video that a brother put on the WhatsApp, um, and basically it's perpetuating the popularity of the chip, the micro RFID chip, and kind of moved my spirit to do a video on it. I wanted to record on my phone, but Satan is kind of getting in the way of that. So screen record so you can see the video. I suppose I'll just put the link in the description. It's pretty short, but I got a couple of scriptures lined up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hop into it. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 7. It says, For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And that mystery of iniquity is the American Empire. Okay, basically Rome being revived and its deadly wound being healed. Is now being is now in control over the entire earth. Okay, and that is that mystery of iniquity, the wicked. Okay, the man who is a power of the planet Earth right now. Okay, it says in only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and he shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay, so what is that talking about? Esau, the so-called white man, for all his atrocities that he's done, will be taken out. Okay, he's gonna be blown away. I got a account in Second Ezra to prove that. Okay, Second Ezra, book of Second Ezra, chapter 13, and verse 29. Yeah, Second Ezra 13 and 29. It says, Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth. Right? Because the scriptures say what? He's gonna come as a thief in the night, talking about Yahushua. Okay? And the so-called white man, that's his worst fear. The Lord coming back, he has set his, you can tell by the way that he's created his empire, his world. Okay, all of it is expiring. These nations are getting mad at America, for all of the promises that is broken. Okay, all the ideas that were perceived as good, when you initially signed the contract, but now you see that it's coming back to bite you in the behind. That only really benefits the Edomites. The earth is just completely in disarray. Okay, the reason why you're seeing all these wars and everybody getting annoyed and pissed off at America, why? It's because he's destroyed it. Okay, he destroyed the world. All of these animals have become extinct. All right, the earth is in a wacky state right now. Even the seasons are thrown off. It's about to be November, and today was like 90 degrees outside. It's not supposed to be like that. All right. Let's get back here in Second Ezra. It says, and he shall come to the, verse 30, and he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, and one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, and one realm against another. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, which is applying to today, because as of right now, these nations, man, they're about ready to pull the trigger on America, man. All of these proxy wars are ramping these other countries up. Okay, But America is soon gonna have to directly go to war with a another country that's you know in power over other countries. Point in case Russia, okay, or China, North Korea. You know, one of these countries, man, are gonna have their end. I'm sorry, they're gonna have their reach the max of their tolerance with America. Okay, verse 32. And the time shall be when these things shall come to pass, and the signs shall happen, which I showed thee before, and then shall my son be declared, whom thou sawest as a man ascending, talking about Yahushua. And when all the people hear his voice, every man in their own land leave the battle. They have, I'm sorry. And when, I'm going to start again at verse 33. And when all the people hear his voice, every man shall in their own land leave the battle they have one against another. And an innumerable multitude shall be gathered together, as thou sawest them, willing to come and to overcome him by fighting. So they're going to gather together. The other nations are going to stop from fighting each other and are going to gather together to in one great army. Okay, imagine all the armies of the world coming together. That is what is gonna go down. Okay, in the last days when Yahushua comes back with his chariots, all right, when he comes back to bring this judgment, man, it's not gonna be pretty, because those who have invested everything in this world are gonna fight for this world. Okay, but us not being of this world, um, like Yahushua was not of this world, we don't want this place to last any longer than it has to. Okay, we hasten the day that he comes back to fulfill this prophecy here. Okay, um, let's see, verse 35. But he shall stand upon the top of the Mount Zion, and Zion shall come and shall be showed to all men, being prepared and builded, like as thou sawest the hill graven without hands. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, and shall lay before them their evil thoughts, and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. Okay, so the Lord is going to rebuke the wicked inventions of the nations. And what is that wicked invention? Okay, that's the well, first, the main wicked invention is that micro RFID chip. Okay, but even all these philosophies that led into that, all these false doctrines, are going to be destroyed as well. Okay, and that tempest is going to be them chariots and the missiles, thermonuclear missiles, man. Okay, it says they're going to be. It says going to be destroyed without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. Okay, because of their wicked inventions. All right. All right. So that's that on second Esdras. Let's go back. What was I in? Let's go to Ezekiel. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Let's go back. Let's go back to Second Thessalonians chapter 2. I'm gonna start again in verse 8. It says, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." Okay, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right, that's them laser beams. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan. Okay, who works for Satan? Okay, who is the seed of Satan? Huh? Well, that's the so-called white man. Okay, that's the nation of wicked men, of evildoers. Okay, and also 2/3 of our people. The Lord called his own people um, the devil. Okay. So anyone who's not, you know what? Let me just read it on down to verse 12. It says, verse 10, uh, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Okay, and that shows right there that the truth is not for everybody, but it's for those who believe in Yahweh Shem Shai. Verse 11, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. So those signs and lying wonders that are received by the so-called white man from the spiritual demon Satan are going to be believed by who? Those who are whose names are not written in the book in the book of life. Okay. Uh, verse 12, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. So anyone, not only those who created, this beast system that we're forced to partake in today, but those who enjoy it, those who prefer it over righteousness, okay, but and have pleasure in unrighteousness are going to be destroyed as well. Okay. Uh, all right, so let's get another one in Ezekiel. All right, this is Ezekiel chapter 28. I'm gonna start at verse 2. All right, Ezekiel 28 and 2, it says, "Thou son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, Thus saith Yahweh thy power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am the Most High, I sit in the seat of the Most High, in the midst of the seas, yet thou art a man, and not the Most High. Though thou set thine heart as the Most High, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. Thy wisdom and with thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic thou hast increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches." Okay, this is talking about the elite banking families. Okay, this is talking about the ideas that he took from the past the empires. Okay, and combined it to make one mega wicked empire. Okay, the mother of harlots. That's this empire here, and who's in charge of that? The so-called white man. It all points back to him. You know, Donald Trump trying to tweet and so-called expose pedophiles on Twitter when he's a pedophile himself. That's hypocrisy. All right, but he's lifted up. He's lifted up in pride because why? He's the so-called face of the most powerful nation on the planet. All right. Um, let's just keep reading in verse 6. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh your power, because, well, he's not the power of the Edomites, but he's our power. Because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, and terribles of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. Okay, and that is these other nations coming against Esau. Okay, to destroy it. All right, they're gonna fight and destroy each other. But as we just read, in the last days, before they completely destroy each other, they're gonna be gathered together in the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat. Okay, which is I believe it's the Lord's judgment. That is going to be their final stand. Okay, the battle of Armageddon, to where they're just completely obliterated, as we just read here. Okay, in Second Esdras, it says in verse 8. Oh, hold on. Let me go back here. Verse 7. Behold, therefore I will bring